welcome back to Cherish Life. I hope everyone and all the kids are having great health and having so much fun time. Today is a very special day. It is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So today I'm going to be saying a story about Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Let's begin the awesome story. So on January 15th, 1929, a baby boy was born in the city of Atlanta, and their parents named him Michael because Michael was his real name, and his father's name was also Michael. So when Michael was 5 years old, his dad wanted to change his name because both of their names, because he and his father's name were the same name, so he wanted to change both of their names to Martin. So the little boy was named as Martin Luther King Jr. and his dad's name was Martin Luther King Sr. because it's his dad. So also Martin Luther King Jr. had a sister and a brother. His sister was called Christine and his brother was called Daniel. So now we will get into the most interesting part of the story. So I just finished the family, but now I'm going to say a very interesting story of Martin Luther King Jr. So Martin Luther King Jr. He went to a black school, and other people went to a white school. So when Martin Luther King in his community in Atlanta, he had a friend that was a white American. So he had a very best friend. His white American was really friends with him. So he once asked his white American friend asked Martin Luther King Jr. if he could come to his house, and Martin Luther King Jr. said yes, but his mom, the friend's mom, didn't let him to come to the house. So since his friend's mother was not letting him come into the house, that really upsetted him so much. Martin Luther King Jr. was so sad. So he came crying to his mother, and this is the very important stuff, even everyone should do this. So his mother said he told his mother about this incident, and his mother was like, honey, she was like a strong woman and said, look, Martin, honey, don't worry about that. You have to be strong, and no one should be judged by their color, but they should not be judged by their race or color. It's about all their character and how they are. So it's a point that everyone always, not just Martin Luther King Jr., everyone should always be confident and all good and confident. So after Martin Luther King Jr.'s mother said that we should be good and confident and not be judged by our color or race, but about our character, after his mom said that, Martin Luther King was very it was the first thing that changed his life. So now that we finished story about his how his family and how everything happened, now a lot of you might wonder why is it so special of a day of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, why we celebrate it and what's the thing out of it. But that's what I'm gonna be saying to you. So on August 28, 1963, Martin and other black leaders led a march to Washington, D.C. So in Washington, D.C., there's a wonderful place called Lincoln Memorial. And so in Lincoln Memorial, Martin Luther King Jr. made a wonderful speech. Everyone came, lots of people came. I mean, you can't even count how many people came. It was so many people that everyone was all happy, and some people came in bikes, some people came in roller skates, some people came in car, some people even walked. So this was an amazing speech that inspired everyone, and it was called I Have a Dream. Do you have a dream? So you guys might have a dream too. I hope everyone has a dream. But your dream can be way different from Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream. Martin Luther King Jr. Dream had so many dreams. He had lots of dreams, but the main dream was to have everyone to have equal rights, and not just black school and white school. Everyone should have equal rights. I should eat dinner today. So Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream was to everyone to have equal rights and not be judged by their color, but about their character. So like this was happening. He wants everyone, black Americans and white Americans, to go to restaurants and eat dinner together and not just do it alone. So he just basically wants to say that we want equal rights, and black Americans and white Americans should be together, and no one should be judged by their race but by their character. So this was the most inspirational speech that Martin Luther King Jr. made. Almost everyone, it was so inspirational for everyone, and everyone loved the inspirational speech. So that's why he was also a man who believed in peaceful protest and a great leader of civil rights movement. So they declared that the third Monday of January, every year, is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. This is a very special day, and everyone loves it, and they're all happy. I hope you all loved this wonderful story. It was a great story, like Martin Luther King Jr. Let's all say, I have a dream, and have a great dream, and good night. And stay tuned for more stories and more bedtime stories. Thank you.